Yeah, so I guess we are live now. Yep, we are live. So, hello students and welcome back to bankexamstudy.com, and today we are going to do the banking and the financial awareness digest for the month of April 2020. Very, very important for your SEBI grade A exam, and this particular lecture and this particular PDF is also very, very important for RBI grade B, very important for IBPS, RRB. For similar exam, this in any exam, in any regulatory bodies recruitment exam or RRB scale 2, scale 3 level, any exam, this particular PDF is very important, or any other exam in which financial awareness is a subject, right? So let me just share link to my Telegram channel so that we can start the today's session. Okay. So this I have made this particular PDF while focusing on the SEBI grade A exam, right? So let's start the session. We are live now. Okay. So let's just start the session. Okay. So SEBI list 100 US million dollars green bonds on India INX, right? So State Bank of India, they listed 100 US million dollars, green bonds on India INX. So very important. It is BSE is the sort of owner of INX, and so this is a debt listing platform. So it is SEBI who listed the 100 million green bonds on India INX. It is SEBI. So I am in ICICI Securities. They launched a program for the fintech. So ICICI Security partner with IIM Bangalore to start this initiative for the fintech programs, right? So the duration of this program, this is a proper program to support the fintech startups, would be for 15 months. Okay, the program will be for startups working in fields like insurance, banking, payment, personal finance, wealth advisory, and trading, right? So now this one is important. PNB Housing Finance signs a pact with the GICA to raise $75 million. So PNB Housing Finance signed an agreement with Japan International Cooperation Agency to raise $75 million, which is equal to 568 crores. So very, very important. So Airtel Payment Bank will offer COVID-19 insurance policies. So Airtel Payment Bank, they had partnered with Bhartiya Axe General Insurance to offer the COVID-19 insurance policy, and SIDBI to provide emergency working capital to MSME. SIDBI, the Small Industry Development Bank of India, they are going to provide emergency working capital of up to 1 crore to MSME, right? So these Safe Plus loans will be offered collateral free and will be disbursed within 48 hours. And India's fiscal deficit may reach 6.2% of GDP in financial year 21. So, according to the Fitch Solutions, India's fiscal deficit in 2021 may reach 6.2% of GDP from the government estimate of 3.5%. So, economy is in very bad shape. So RBI increases the WMA ways and means advances for the state governments and union territories by 30% till September 30. And the bank also provided an extra time of 6 months to the exporter to release their export proceeds, right? So, and also the PhonePe also launched the Corona Care, right? So PhonePe launched the unique Corona Care hospitalization insurance policy with a partnership with Bajaj Allianz General Insurance, right? So RBI will put 200 basis point penalty on banks failing to invest TLTRO funds within 30 days. So the banks, TLTRO is targeted long-term repo operations, right? So the banks which raised the funds, the bank raised the funds through TLTRO route. If they do not invest 50% of their funds with in the corporate bond within 30 days, the 200 basis point penalty would be there. Okay. So RBI will be launching sovereign gold bond scheme 2020-2021 and H1 financial year 21. Okay. So not a big deal. India's GDP to decrease by 6.1% in April to June. Okay, so according to Nomura, the Indian economy will grow at 3.2% in January to March quarter, but these are not actual numbers. We'll wait for the actual numbers. So World Bank South Asia Economic Focus Report, according to World Bank South Asia Economic Focus Report, Indian economy will grow at the rate of 1.5% to 2.8% in the year 2020-21. So very bad number. This will be India's worst growth performance since 1991 liberalization. 2008 was actually better. So India is largest producer and the exporter of hydroxychloroquine. Chloroquine. So this is thought to be corona, used for the corona, right? So India is actually exporting this particular medicine. Name is very difficult. So Jana Small Bank Finance launched a digital banking platform DigiGen. So it can be there in the exam. So which bank launched the DigiGen? So it is Jana Small Finance Bank, and the Flipkart join hands with the ICICI Lombard. So every right now every fintech, every uh, e-commerce company, let it be even phone pay, they are launching their COVID-19 health insurance policies. So Flipkart's joining hands with ICICI. I mean, lot many I have already discussed. So Bank of Baroda initiated four schemes for agri-related sector to tackle coronavirus. Another scheme. So Bank of Baroda has initiated four agro schemes for the farming community, the farmer producer organizations, and SHGs. So name of these schemes: emergency credit line. So these are the schemes launched by the Bank of Baroda. So the Goldman Sachs lowers the India's growth forecast. So it is about 1.6%. According to Goldman Sachs, it is 1.6%, which is very bad. So India is to grow at 1.5% to 2.8% as per World Bank. So I have already discussed that IMF forecasted 7.6% expansion in Asian economic growth in 2021. So after the pandemic is over, the organization, the IMF forecasted 7.6% expansion in the Asian economic growth forecast. So according to them, next year would be much better. So RBI uses fund flow for the cash-strapped real estate sector. So RBI allotted 10,000 crore to National Housing Bank. So the reverse repo rate has also been reduced and it is currently at 3.75%. This step is the reverse repo rate will now enable banks to lend even more. Okay, so AIIB, the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, grants $700 million to India to combat COVID-19. And the RBI launched 49th round of Ubicus of manufacturing sector. Okay, Ubicus order books inventories capacity utilization survey. Okay, so of the manufacturing sector, which include reference period of Jan to March 2020. And RBI cancels the license of Mapusa Cooperative Bank. So it is a Goa-based urban cooperative bank, Mapusa Urban Cooperative Bank. It has been the license has been cancelled. And another, on the needs of life cooperative bank, 6 months of stay has been limits has been given on that particular bank. The CBDT refuses refunds 5,204 crore rupees to MSMEs. So CBDT announced that the income tax refunds are obtained over 8 lakh small businesses worth 5,204 crore rupees issued in last 10 days. Okay. So RBI raises, I have already covered that. Fitch, I have already covered that. So RBI's 3-month EMI moratorium period, RBI just recommended that. The banks are not providing it anyway. The ICICI Bank launched voice banking services. Okay. And RBI allows banks to issue electronic cards. This is very important. So till now, it was not allowed to issue electronic debit cards for the overdraft account. Now the banks can issue proper cards, the debit cards for the overdraft account. Previously, it was allowed for current account and the savings account, but now it is allowed for the overdraft account. So Sri Lanka to get $400 million debt facility from RBI. So 50,000 crore liquidity for the mutual funds by RBI. There was a scene. I mean, the Franklin India. If you search on internet, the Franklin India, it closed its 6 debt schemes. So there was a lot of hype about it in that mutual fund markets, right? But now RBI came up with a liquidity plan. So Indian Overseas Bank launched special borrowing schemes for SHGs. So Indian Overseas Bank introduced special borrowing scheme for self-help groups, right? Under the scheme, the self-help groups would be able to take a loan of 5,000 rupee with a cap of 1 lakh, and with the SHGs with good track can take two loans. Okay, and Axis Bank is going to take over, is going to acquire 29% stake in Max Life. So Axis Bank is going to take over 29% in Max Life. Okay, and RBI extended the restrictions imposed on Mumbai-based Cooperative Bank. It is not banks, it is bank. Okay. So restrictions on which bank? Need of life, Cooperative Bank. Need of life, Cooperative Bank. So on this particular bank, the RBI extended the restrictions, right? So you can download this particular PDF on bankexamstudy.com, and the link is also available in the description. The link is available in the description. I can show you where you can get it. And you can also get my full course. This is the link to the full course, SEBI Grade A 2020 course. A lot of free study material is available there. A lot of free study material is anyway available on bankexamstudy.com. I think here you go. Just click it, okay, and you will get the link. Download the PDF directly. PDF will open, right? And this is the SEBI Grade A 2020 course in which I am covering Companies Act, financial management, HR, everything, costing, everything is covered, right? Each and every topic I have covered. The Companies Act, see, I mean, each and every chapter is actually covered in depth, right? So costing, even costing, I have covered each and every chapter, the economics, everything I'm covering in depth, right? So that's all for today, students. I hope you like the today's session. Please click the subscribe button. So thank you. Good night. What are your view on postponement of exam? It's possible. It's possible. So subscribe.